All right, everybody, welcome back for yet another match here in the Star Pro League on the Cool Cat Gang channel. My name is Sarah Mew. With me in the booth is Tara. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You know, I'm chilling, watching some Mario 64 to end my evening. Last race of the day. Should be a pretty hype one. Cheesy versus Wilko. Cheesy just coming off of a race, so should be pretty warmed up. Wilko, have you been doing any gaming today?
Yeah, I've been doing some warm-up runs. Feel pretty good about it.
Very cool.
Yeah, should be some more amazing Mario action tonight for you all.
Yeah, Cheesy.
And last time Cheesy and I's race, it was like almost a tie and we had to retime it.
I do remember that. I do remember watching that race. That was intense.
Okay, you just made me having a panic attack. You're talking about from the open tournament, right?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, these guys cannot race twice. I had that moment the other day where I was looking at the schedule and I was like, oh no, did I just make a Group B and Group A person like race each other? And then, luckily, I was just confused. But yeah, Cheesy, coming off a match, how are you feeling about doing another one back to back?
I'm feeling alright. Feeling pretty warmed up. Nerves kind of hopefully by the wayside, and hoping for another epic one. Wilko?
I hope so too.
Let's go. Okay, well, I'm hyped. I'm excited. If we both want to ready up in race time, we can get started. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck to both of you.
Thanks.
1 second. Let me
Good luck,
set up the auto splitter and test it.
That is a good idea.
Alright, I'm ready.
Sweet.
I'm ready.
Yeah, good luck.
Yep. Good luck, Wilko.
Alright, just wait for the race time countdown here, and then both players going to get started. Epic. Racers, if you guys just want to mute particularly Cheesy, we can hear your TV. There we go. Thank you.
The authentic OG experience.
Yeah, if you can't hear the CRT hum in the background, it's not a real Mario 64 stream. That's all I have to say.
All right.
I just went through. I found a bunch of old like YouTube VODs from like 6 years ago of like a bunch of old streams of mine, and I went through and like recorded a bunch of PBs that I never submitted, and there's just horrible CRT whine through all of them. It's just like you can't even hear me over the CRT whine.
Oh no!
It's no wonder nobody watched those streams, but we are here today. No CRT whine, although we do have the authentic cam on the left side of the screen. You'd love to see that.
Yeah, that's what most of us grew up playing, was on a CRT TV.
I don't know if you were around and watching the channel for the 16-star open earlier this year, or I guess it was last year at this point, but we had a runner playing on CRT, and they were playing a NTSC console on a PAL TV, so it was in black and white. It was like,
oh my god!
It was the most like, I don't even know. It's an experience for sure.
Oh man, yeah, that's definitely retro right there. I mean, this brings back a lot of great childhood memories for me. Oh, and we got 2 clean bomb clips from both our runners.
Yeah, I would expect nothing else from these players, both with a really similar PB time, 7 seconds apart. Both have a 48. You don't get a 48 by missing bomb clip very often.
No. That'll definitely set you back.
Yeah, interesting to see Cheesy sticking with the Womps 8 routing for so long. I mean, it does only lose a second, but I don't know. If I was at a 48 time, I would be grasping at every second possible, personally.
Yeah. And what do we think Wilko's time will be? 12.6?
Oof, maybe. 12.6 is really... Oh my gosh, okay, at 12.5 actually cracked. Watching like the pro leagues and like the Division S matches and stuff like that kind of like skews your perspective on just what to expect from the slide time. Because like
Oh, 100%.
even getting a 12-7 or a 12-8 is like you got to be feeling good about that. But these players are just busting out 12-6 and 12-5 like it's nothing. Like hopefully we don't see any 12-4s. I would be a little bit concerned for how much that player would be grinding, but it is possible.
Oh, exactly. And I know Wilko's been grinding a lot lately.
I think you can get a 12-3, but it's like slower somehow. I don't remember how. Oh, Salt Cannonless for Wilko not working out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Goes for the backup star. Now, we know for many runners, Womps can either make or break a run. And many have said they feel like they are stuck eternally in Womps.
Yeah, it's not called Womp's Hell for no reason, that's for sure.
No, exactly. But these runners make it look so easy and just so seamless. Got Wilko going for clean Owless right there.
Yeah, double jump Owless, but still needs to collect that Cannonless star is kind of like the big question mark. We'll probably see like a texture as a backup. I highly doubt he goes for Salt again unless he's feeling really, really confident, but I think it would definitely be a misplay there to go for that again. Right,
yeah, you want to go for a tried and true method, which it looks like he is setting up for right now.
It's pretty far right, but it should work.
Oh, got it.
There's luckily a pretty wide window of where you can grab the plank. It's after you grab the plank, it's mostly just your camera angle and can you hold straight down, which on an N64 controller is always a great question.
Exactly.
Holding almost exactly down. Pretty much like all the time you're going to be doing that, but the way the N64 controller works, you know, it has gears and like weird like lever systems, and there's probably some pulleys down there, I'm not really sure. So getting it to register a straight down angle is pretty tricky sometimes. A long jump for that red coin there, really risky, but does make the early cycle there.
So far so good for 100 coin on Wilko's end.
Yeah, so far both players have been pretty good womps. I haven't really kept an eye on Cheesy's 100 coin, but it seemed like it went pretty well, so I think we're pretty even here. Wilko probably just a little bit behind due to the Cannonless miss.
Yeah. Cheesy might have the opportunity to catch up here. You know, I love watching the Pro League so much because when I first played this game, I had no idea there were all these different methods just to really break this game and make it so much easier.
When did you first play this game?
I was probably 7 or 8 when I first played Mario 64.
So like how long ago though? Like because if it was like in the 90s, then like people weren't doing this.
No.
Okay.
So when I started watching all the Mario speedrunners like a year ago or so, I started, you know, I grabbed my Mario game, my Mario 64 copy, and I started playing around with it, and I'm like, wow.
You're like, that's not working for me. Yeah.
I'm like, this makes this game so much more fun for me because I can really just, you know, of course a lot of these strats take so much time to perfect, but I mean, just learning all of this in the last year, it's made me appreciate this game so much more.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cool tech. I mean, even just like jumping in and doing some runs and like, or just trying some strats, like even just stuff like getting, you know, dustless rollouts and stuff like that is pretty rewarding.
Exactly.
But we'll see what Cheesy gets on the slide here as Wilko wraps up a really clean sub 650 Womps.
Oh, we got 12-7.
Okay, 12-7, 12-7. Pretty good.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Nobody was doing this in the 90s. No way.
No. I mean, there was some stuff, right? But definitely not anything at this level. And I don't think speed running this game really even started happening until like really early 2000s.
Exactly.
Another 12-5 from Wilko. Okay, I guess Wilko's just a cracked god gamer at the slide. Can't be stopped.
He is the master of the slide tonight, that is for sure.
Yeah, 12-9 from Cheesy, which it still isn't bad. Anything under 13, you gotta be pretty happy with on the slide.
Exactly.
Because getting that quick slide skip is, it's not like rocket science, not super hard, but getting like a good angle and like a good bonk and it's really easy to make a lot of mistakes. You can jump too far and fall off, you can jump not far enough and fall off, you can hard fall if you dive too early and then you end up just hard bonking and you lose half your health bar in like 3 seconds or something. So yeah, 12 is pretty sick as both players. Wrapping up the wing cap stage here. Pretty solid runs from both players actually so far.
100% agree. And Cheesy is warmed up from their last match.
And surely nothing will happen in this next stage coming up. It's kind of a cakewalk. There's not a lot that can go wrong in this stage.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's like barriers and walls that stop you from falling, so that's good. So one thing I always bring up that's a big difference between if you like watch this game and SMO is like two really contrasting games. Specifically with just how punishing this game is. Like, there are areas in SMO where you can fall and die and lose like a minute, but in SM64 it's like every single stage is just like, yeah, you're just kind of precariously like speedrunning on the edge of this giant cliff that just goes down and there's no recovering, and if you die you lose 40 seconds. So Wilko getting really clean Dark World there, as well as CheesyLeech. Shouldn't see any problems. Ooh. Little bonk. Not the worst bonk in the world, but at this level in Super Mario 64 speedrun racing, you gotta be wary of every single little bonk because it's very unlikely that both these players won't get like a 50. So couple seconds here or there, it does add up over time. You don't have that much time to spare.
Exactly, you don't want to be losing valuable time when you're in a race setting. Little mistakes can add up really fast.
I think Cheesy is getting up out of his like, he's like sitting on his couch playing on the CRT and he's like getting up to split every time. It's pretty based. I think he might be using his laptop webcam. I don't know, I'm just speculating here.
Oh man.
I'm a big fan of the scuff setup. I've done some scuff setups in my time. Let's talk about those recovered VODs from my past that I found. I found one stream where I was house watching for my parents and like dog sitting or whatever, and so I just found like a CRT in the closet, pulled it out, had my laptop, had a webcam that I like strapped to my headphones, and I was just like streaming with my first person perspective, like the camera's moving and stuff. I've seen people streaming with like their CRT and then they have a mirror pointing at their face, so they have face cam, which is pretty legendary.
That's smart. That's clever. I haven't streamed yet. I'm hopefully going to. I don't even have like a proper setup or anything.
Yeah, you don't need one for sure. I mean, there's no downside to just going live and just completely like, I mean, no matter what, when you're starting out streaming, unless you're like some sort of like time wizard or something. Or, oh my gosh, CheesyLeech. How do you recover this? What is? I think he's.
What is going on?
Oh, okay, that was like galaxy brain
wow.
play. Wow. Most players, I feel like, would have like panicked and rolled out there. Oh, Cheesy taking a death. Unfortunate, but that was really smart because he was like sliding backwards, and if you just roll out there, he's gonna propel himself a little bit further backwards, and he's gonna end up just sliding off the cliff. But he just kept diving and ended up recovering it. So unfortunately, it didn't work out. But that was pretty big brain from Cheesy.
Just trying to fight it.
But as I was saying, everybody starting out in streaming is going to have like a kind of scuff setup, so you might as well just go live with the CRT cam. I mean, there's no downsides.
True.
We'll just judge you.
Well, I mean, I have a MacBook that's from like 2014.
Perfect.
I have an external gaming monitor.
It's pretty much the setup of choice of every new CCG runner.
Yeah. And I'm totally new to this, so hopefully I'm gonna give it a shot at some point this year.
Epic.
See how it goes. Maybe join one of these things one day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 stars
gotta
is a really
start somewhere.
good category to start getting into, just because it takes so little effort to get like started. You have to learn like, was it 14 stars?
True.
Not gonna count talking to Mips and Toad. I don't think those count. Although I guess Mips is pretty difficult.
You mean for the MIPS clip, or just talking to MIPS, like grabbing MIPS?
Even just grabbing Mips is pretty challenging. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I mean, people will be like, "Oh yeah, it's easy," and then they'll be on pace and they'll just completely whiff Mips, and Mips will run into the corner, and then they'll miss him again, and then he'll run around the corner, and they're chasing Mips for a full minute.
I'm pretty sure it was on here one time I saw during a race, they missed MIPS and went right into SSL, and they weren't meaning to.
Oh man. Well,
Lost them a lot of time.
if you're playing 70 star, that's not bad, because if you miss Mips, then you can just go into SSL and then just get Mips on the way to LLL. It's actually a good backup. But if it's in 16 star, that's definitely not good.
It was 16 stars.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not good. Like, what's good for Wilko is he is in VBH now, as Cheesy is lagging behind a little bit. That death and wall kicks haunting him. I'm not going to curse Wilko, because last time I tried to reverse curse Wilko, I ended up actually cursing Wilko, so I'll just pretend
no.
like Wilko does not exist for the time being. We'll see how he performs here. I always say that I don't believe in commentary curses, but then whenever it kind of like happens, then I feel bad.
It's so true though, because I mean, pace is happening right now, and I've seen it happen multiple times.
Yeah, true.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything, and then it happens.
Yeah, basically commentators, they're just not allowed to talk. You just have to sit here in silence.
BBH always scared me as a kid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, kind of a scoopy.
But it's still a pretty sick stage though.
One thing we haven't mentioned is Wilko is going for CCM 17 here, so it's going to have to do 2 Tama Plus attempts, where Cheesy's only going to have to do 1. So the lead is a little bit skewed right now, as Wilko did leave with 1 less star than Cheesy will be leaving from BBH. But if he does nail both these Tamas, it will save him a little bit of time. But it is a very scary strat.
Yeah.
Alright, nice. Good angle.
And Wilko nailing it.
Yeah, that's 1 down. Definitely feeling confident now, but it is for sure not over.
No.
Okay, yeah, it's gotta be the laptop. You can see the laptop and the reflection.
Yeah, I can see it. I love this setup. I love the retro vibes, the chill vibes on Cheesy's side. It makes me smile every time I see it.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind when people play on the webcam setups.
It just reminds me of like when I first played N64, you know?
The only
That
rough
was our setup.
The only rough time is when both players are on the webcam setup, and then you just gotta kind of like play music. That's kind of an interesting experience.
Oh no!
I remember. Okay, wait 1 second. We got Wilko on Tama here. Kind of a big deal. Nice angle.
Yep.
Did Wilko die on Tama? Was I just like talking over Wilko dying? Or has he just been winning?
You know what? I did not see it either.
This is why the YouTube rewind feature is useful.
Yeah. Go back to the rewind.
Okay, he missed the bomb and went for top of the pyramid. I was gonna say that would have taken really long to get that Tama there, so that's actually pretty good. So obviously you want to just jump into the stage and grab Tama plus twice, but being able to back up to top of the pyramid only loses a couple seconds.
Yeah. It's not too much of an issue on Wilko's part.
Ooh, Grandpa for good luck on the way to Lava Land. I am actually mad at myself because I had something to say while Wilko was doing Tama and I totally forgot it, but the Tama was more important.
No problem.
Cheesy here pulling up into Lava Land as Wilko is just 1 star ahead, but it is a quick star. It's just the red hot log rolling star. And opted to go for the
Cheesy
volcano
heading right
stars
into the
first.
volcano. Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Nails the lava boost. Very clean.
I'm not even going to pretend to know specifically what lava boost that is, because the difference between Pro Boost and Lava Boost, or Akira Boost, and they're all extremely similar.
Being so new to this, I just know lava boost, so
I think there's one
I just say
called
lava boost.
I think there's one called Long Jump Lava Boost that looks almost identical. And there's Main Boost, and there's Triple Jump Boost. And apparently there's one called Markinator Boost now. I don't know, there's too many boosts.
Too many terms to keep up with, huh?
Ooh, okay, Wilko. Taking a double burn there. I think that's what people call long jump lava boost. Maybe I'm lying, but Wilko unfortunately taking some burns there, so gonna be nice for Cheesy to catch up a little bit here. Not a massive difference, but do remember that Wilko knocked out some of the quicker stars earlier, where Cheesy is gonna be grabbing those at the end. Alright, nice. Boost from Wilko. Second tries the charm. Just 8 red coins for Wilko to finish off here, while Cheesy has both red hot log rolling and the 8 red coins.
Very easy star to grab.
Yeah, so a very slight bit of time saved there for Cheesy, regained in Lava Land, but Wilko able to back that up pretty quickly and having a good Lava Land outside of that Lava Boost mishap, so not a huge loss for him.
Yeah, we're gonna be going for a swim. Wilko heading for the substar. Very, oh, almost nailing front sub. Gets it on his second try.
Alright, what'd I miss?
Well, now we're about to go beat Bowser for the second time. Wilko almost had first try front sub, missed it, but got on the second try.
Oh man. Things definitely seem a little bit closer here.
Yeah. The lead has definitely gone a little bit narrower.
Yeah, and Cheesy gonna be getting lava boost cycle here, so that's pretty massive. Unfortunately, I had to do battle with this giant bee that flew in my room in the middle of the night, and I don't know what happened. It just disappeared. So now I'm like terrified.
Oh no!
Now my life is basically just living in fear.
These things are the worst.
I had one chance to get him, and I missed him, and I'll never forgive myself.
It's like, nope, not today.
Quick toss for Wilko. Hopefully Cheesy can get his as well.
Yep, Cheesy not too much farther behind.
Yeah, that is a little bit deceiving considering the Bowser fight does take quite a bit of time, but definitely making up some time in Fire Sea, getting that lava boost cycle. Apparently DDD going a little bit better for him as well. So Wilko not with a lot of breathing room here as we head upstairs.
Cheesy is literally right on his tail.
Yep.
Now, hopefully Wilko will have not a lot of issues in Wet Dry World. At least some good RNG.
Easier said than done.
I know.
There's a lot of RNG on this star, and then the triple jump wall kicks are definitely the hardest part of the stage, and both players, I'm guessing, will go for it both times, so quite a bit of room for error here.
You're not being good to Wilko right now.
Wet Dry World Undercoin is kind of a star where you got to go into it assuming that it's going to kind of screw you up a little bit. It's very, very unlikely that you get like sick RNG and the skewer like lines up with the button and all the coins from the boxes go your way. So that's why in races I'm really surprised when I see players like skipping over coins that are like slightly out of their path, because you'll probably not need it, and if you do end up needing it, you can just go for the backup box, but there is a chance that you miss 3 coins and then you have to like take a pretty fat detour to get the other backup box, and that's actually a worrisome time loss there.
You definitely don't want to do.
Yeah. But Wilko managing to scrape by with the bare minimum amount of coins. Cheesy getting an unlucky amp there. But also doing pretty good.
Yeah, and Cheesy not too much farther behind again, coming out of his first star in Wet Dry World.
Yeah, and we are coming up to the triple jump wall kicks now, so Wilko going for the elevator star here. Gets the first triple jump wall kick. Cheesy gonna have to clap back. Going for the early box break too.
And very clean on Wilko's part.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised with the ending here from Cheesy. I guess not feeling very confident with his angle. Ended up just going on the elevator and doing a side flip, which it's not a typical ending you're going to be seeing with the triple jump wall kick, but did save a tiny bit of time with the box break early, so it's not the end of the world. But Wilko definitely coming out on top in this Wet Dry World so far.
Yeah, Cheesy's gonna have to make up some time here.
Luckily, there's plenty of that to happen. Even though Wet Dry World is a pretty difficult stage, there's plenty more to come in upstairs. THI is no pushover. TTM, obviously. Mountain clips can really screw you up. Reds is a hard star. And yeah, don't even get me started on Snowman's Land. That stage just sucks. I hate Snowman's Land.
I think even in vanilla play, like, it's not even that much enjoyable of a stage.
Oh, it's so horrible. Snowman's head casually, you gotta go all the way up to the snowman's head, and then the stupid penguin on like the ice bridge is just like knocking you off, and the snowman's trying to blow you. It's not a fun time.
No.
If anybody tells me that SL is their favorite stage, they're either trolling or I'm unfollowing them on Twitch, 100%.
Oh, and Wilko nailing that star. You know, I used to hate THI, but after watching so many speedruns, not anymore.
I think it's definitely a really solidly designed stage.
100%.
THI Secrets is just so hard.
Yeah, those secrets can be nasty sometimes.
It's just some really tricky movement, and then when you fail the movement, the camera just goes crazy, and it's like a particularly laggy area. So like if the camera just turns the wrong way, you're just eating lag frames, and you're just like completely lost. It's just not a good time. Keeping track and letting us know.
Doing a little bit of gardening.
Yeah, gotta keep the weeds clear.
Not letting those piranha plants get the better of him. Now let's see if Cheesy will have the same luck.
Hopefully. If you see a runner messing up piranha plants, they're either malding or having a really bad day. Looks like we're about 30 seconds apart right now as we are heading over to TTM. See if Wilko's able to hold on to that lead here. Nails the first mountain clip as well as the log wall kick, so looking good so far. But we've got another mountain clip, another wall log kick, and then reds to contend with. And of course, there's always Kopitz. Sometimes Kopitz throws hands.
Yeah, TTM can either be a really great stage or a really annoying stage. Depends what kind of a day you're having.
Yeah, sometimes it's a fun time. Most of the time, it's not though. It's
especially when you get to those scary shrooms. They're not called scary for nothing.
yeah. If you go for like the beginner / intermediate red coins, it's not that bad. It's actually like a pretty comfy and I don't know. I'd say it's a pretty fun star. But the moment you start trying to do like the long jump into the first red coin on the slopes and don't even like think about doing the side flip wall kick ending because that's just impossible.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
And especially because you've like literally like no room to maneuver in there.
Yeah, and it's another one of those really laggy areas on console where you're trying to get specific camera angles so that you're not so laggy. And here we see Wilko going for some pretty difficult movement. Not quite the like single star movement so far, but missing the triple jump there. Let's see if he tries to go for the wall kick. Nope, just gonna go for the normal ending. I think that's definitely the call. No need to get too fancy there.
Yeah, just grab the star and get out. Cheesy not letting those shrooms get the better of him either. And Wilko making his way into the dreaded snowman's land. Making very short work of the first star in SL, not letting the snowman get the better of him.
Oh, Cheesy, no! There's no way. There's absolutely no way that just happened.
Oh no, Cheesy taking a death. Oh, that's really gonna cost him.
I don't know if I've ever seen that in a race. That is such an unlucky thing to happen there. Oh my gosh.
Man. Poor Cheesy.
Going for breezeless to try to take back some time, but dang, that is a really unfortunate ending there. Cheesy is just not having a good time here in TTM.
TTM is definitely getting the better of Cheesy right now.
Yeah, that was pretty
But
unfortunate.
Wilko is absolutely crushing Snowman's Land right now.
PHL making sure that everybody knows he's not toxic. I'm not gonna lie, I saw the nice and I was just like, dang, that's
No.
cold, dude.
I had a feeling it was more about Wilko clearing Snowman's head than
Yeah, I wasn't gonna call it out
Cheesy
because
taking
like
an L.
I didn't think it was toxic, but it was pretty unfortunate timing. On the bright side, I completely obliterated the like humongous wasp thing that flew into my room, so big W, I can sleep tonight.
Oh, good on you, yeah. Don't have to worry about a bee stinging you while you sleep tonight.
We also got Wilko heading into basement here. So a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a break, but HMC, not a lot going on. MIPS, usually not a big issue at this level, so I think we should see a little bit of a chill time here in HMC before we get into the absolute chaos that is Tippy and Bowser and this guy.
Yep, because nothing bad ever happens in Tippy.
So while we have this little break, is a good time to mention that you can check out the challenge link, I do believe, if we can type that in the chat. And the bot works. Please work. Come on, bot, you got this. Let's go! The bot has been having some trouble lately, I'm not gonna lie. I have low faith in the bot working at any point in time, but if you click on the challenge link, you can check out the standings, all the players that are playing in the events. And yeah, it's a pretty cool place. You can also check out the Matcherino page. That is where the prize pool is being crowdfunded. Right now, I think we're at $505, unless it has changed since the last time I looked, which is pretty awesome. Shout out to everybody in the community who has pitched into that. Even just chucking $5 in the prize pool is pretty epic. I think most of the contributions have been from like $5 to $25, although we have had a couple of absolute nutty gamers donate like 50 to 100, which is absolutely like insane. Like, thank you so much, appreciate that.
You absolutely gotta love seeing so much of the community coming together for events like this.
Yeah, and I mean it's all just like grassroots stuff, you know, there's nobody getting paid here, it's all going to the runners, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. I have to say, the one thing I love about this community is how welcoming and helpful everyone is.
Yeah, so 64 community is pretty cool. It's pretty interesting because you can like just be like watching someone for like a year or like 2 years. I remember I like, oh, Cheesy getting rejected there on the triple box jump. But I remember like not like super early days of Twitch, but like pretty early in my Twitch watching days, watching a lot of Benny and Wilko, and then you start streaming and it's like, oh, Benny's in my stream coaching me on how to do Mantistar, and it's like, okay, Wilko's here, that's weird. What is happening?
I always get a little starstruck whenever I'm talking with a streamer that I've been following for a while.
Yeah, Twitch having a little bit of a Twitch moment here. Of course, we are streaming on YouTube, so everything is fine on our end.
Oh no.
Comment Twitch L. We'll try to get everybody's feeds back up shortly. Oh.
Are we back?
There we go. Alright, it's like nothing ever happened. Surely.
It looks like we're back.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We were totally live the whole time. Must have been everybody in chat's internet simultaneously having an outage. Definitely not my fault. Anyways, Wilko, do any backup here for the 8 red coins? Looks like we have successfully gotten... Ooh. Lackey bounce, hopefully. Most people will end
Cheesy
up...
making his way up to Tippy.
Yep. Most people will end up going for reds as a backup, is why I'm assuming that we've done Lakitu bounce, but of course we could have backed that up to tricky triangles. Or I suppose gone for Toad first. Probably not that.
I still never understood why Rainbow Ride and TTC have the same music. Why they just couldn't get, like, separate soundtracks.
Rainbow Ride and TTC and the Slide Star and...
Yeah.
like 5 other stages probably, I'm not thinking of. Like every stage has the Bob on Battlefields theme. I think my theory is that they actually just intentionally had a low number of soundtracks just because the cartridge size, they wanted to keep it small because it's a pack-in game and they don't want to have a large cartridge size because then they have to pay more money. Because corporations like to make money, believe it or not. Alright, so Cheesy still bringing up the rear here as Wilko is entering TTC 100 coin, and this is kind of the last bastion of hope for CheesyLeech. TTC has to bring something for Wilko, or else Cheesy's gonna have a really rough time here, as he's gonna be relying on just Bowser throws and sky movement, which definitely isn't the worst thing to rely on. You know, it's not like one of those speed games where it's like the last 2 minutes of the game is just watching cutscenes or hitting some switch or, you know, pressing a button. Oh my goodness, but Wilko taking a quick fall here.
Oh, and commentator's curse coming to fruition.
Yeah, I mean...
little mini curse right there.
I'm gonna say this one was intentional. I'm just trying to make the race a little bit more spicy. But it is backing it up rather nicely. Didn't even take damage from the fall. Obviously didn't die, so that's a pretty big deal. So Cheesy is going to be grabbing, swinging in the breeze here, going for the gamer strat. Well, the almost gamer strat. Now this is like the half gamer strat now. There's even more gamer strats. That's the thing about speedrunning, is if you don't keep up with the latest gamer strats, you're always one step behind. There's always something new that somebody makes up and they're like, oh yeah, if you just do this extremely convoluted roundabout movement where you go to the complete opposite side of the map, it somehow saves 0.5 seconds and it's 10 times harder. And now everybody has to learn this.
Wilko making short work of that first star. Despite a little bonk.
Yeah, slight hiccups, but nothing too critical.
Yeah.
Oh, and a bonk from Cheesy there. We saw Cheesy save 100 coin till last in the last race, so I'm assuming we'll see that again. And I gotta say, Cheesy's CRT cam kind of like, I don't know, it's giving me the vibe of, I don't know if you've ever watched the mirrored SM64 ROM, but it looks so unfamiliar, it's very strange. It like looks like you're watching the game for the first time.
I know. I have to agree with you, because I mean, when you're in stark contrast to what we're seeing on Wilko's side,
Yeah.
they do look like two very different games, but they're not.
I think the capture card that Cheesy is using is the Logitech C120 or whatever it's called. It's actually a laptop webcam. Is Wilko messing up the fancy flippers here. Gonna be backing up to a little bit of wonky movement here. But making it work, not getting into this wall, but a bonk! Oh, luckily not getting the double bonk off the ledge there. Wilko barely keeping it together. Okay. Oh my god, alright.
Oh.
This is fine. This is all fine. Oh, that is not fine. Okay, Wilko.
Nope.
Taking an absolute tumble there, and all of a sudden the star counter is all tied up. Wilko just absolutely losing it on that star there.
Not much left to go.
Yeah, gonna be going for time jumps on moving bars here, it looks like. Cheesy does have 100 coin here, which is a quite long star, but definitely in a pretty good position now. He wasn't too far behind, and Wilko just lost, like, I don't even know how much time. It must have been like 20 to 40 seconds. 20 is honestly being just way too generous. That was much more than 20, but we will see. It's gonna be hard to tell until we get out of TTC, but...
Exactly. It's not over until that Koopa is vanquished in the sky.
Yeah, very true. Even after TTC, we've got Sky and throws. Even the movement up to Sky can be a little bit dicey at times. It's amazing how much time you can save just from castle movement. It's Cheesy making very, very good use of that safety red there. Absolute must for racing, I think, in most people's opinions, as Wilko is going to be going for standing reds here. He's not going to get that star. Okay, he got the star. Wow. So Cheesy here gonna finish up reds, go grab Toad, while Wilko is on the way upstairs already. So Wilko, still with a commanding lead, just has to keep it together through Sky. Honestly, the baby strats here, kind of a good idea. Triple jump, wall kick, standing left side, good idea. Running around instead of doing the triple jump dive, probably a little bit too safe, but I would respect it, honestly. But looks like we're gonna be going for it. Definitely, probably what I would do. It's weird because in speedrun racing, like, sometimes it's like definitely the better option is to just go like extreme baby mode, but then people are just like, nah, I'm gonna go for moving right side, and then they just fail, and it's so heart crushing. But we'll be going for the standing left side there. It's been in a race or two.
And now it all comes down to throws for Wilko.
Yep. Oh, okay. The bonk into the crawl from Cheesy. Interesting. Oh, that's a miss.
Ooh.
Wilko can still
Not a
lose this,
very
but
good turn.
Cheesy is absolutely just mauling here in Sky. Ooh, terrible angle there. Going for the moving right side. Does need it at this point. And connects.
One for Wilko.
One more throw for Wilko will seal the deal, as Cheesy has just had a little bit of issues with the corners here. Running up against the edges, and Wilko going to close this one out with a mid-50. Cheesy just unable to make up the time, unfortunately. Couple too few, many mistakes, and Wilko finishing off with a 50-37.
Those GGs in the chat for Wilko.
And
And
GGs,
Cheesy, who's about to join him.
GGs are mandatory. Liking the stream is not mandatory, but appreciated. GGs are absolutely mandatory. Cheesy unfortunately missing some throws as well, doing some super combos on the air in retaliation, but does end up cleaning up Bowser. Grabbing a low 51, which is a very respectable time in a race as well. Just not quite enough to take out Wilko here. Looks like a 51-21 for Cheesy. Very cool. Wilko, GG's,
Definitely
man.
a bit of a nail biter at the end.
Yo, GG.
Had some TTC problems. How you feel about the TTC?
It's kind of weird because, I mean, at fall down hundreds that can happen, but messing up get a hand out of all stars the most is...
Yeah, get a hand is like, okay, you missed the fancy flippers, but then as soon as you started like falling down again, I was like, oh no, it's happening. I was surprised you didn't double bonk off the ledge the first time you bonked. But yeah, it happens. Cheesy, how you feeling about the run?
First of all, GG's Wilko.
Yo,
Great race
GG.
there, as always.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I played a pretty great race, other than those two pretty catastrophic deaths. I mean, mistakes and obviously deaths. I guess that weird one in CCM, where I was like edge grinding for
Oh
20
yeah.
seconds or something. So that probably cost like 35 seconds, if I had to guess. And then slipping through the cracks in the TTM, probably another 30 seconds or something.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, so that's probably over a minute lost. Other than that, you know, probably would have been like a low 50, maybe potentially a 49 kind of run. So
Those are such
Can't complain.
weird like errors too. Like the TTM death, I felt so bad. That's like the most. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a race. Like it's just so unlucky.
yeah,
It's just like the game decided there was no floor there. Like, sorry.
I mean, honestly, I'll take the blame for that one. I kind of saw it coming. Like I just wasn't far enough forward, so I could have played that better, but still unfortunate.
Yeah, and honestly, that CCM like edge grind, I was like so impressed. I was like popping off when you like, because if I was in that position, I'd just be panicking, like trying to roll out and just fall off the edge. But you like dove back onto the snow, and I was so hyped. And then you just bonked, and I was like, no, dude, it was so
Honestly,
undeserved.
I was just cracking up the whole time. Like I had a feeling I was gonna save it. It was sad that I ultimately died because I was kind of hoping for a clip, like a highlight clip. But yeah, I was just dying of laughter like the whole time there.
Yeah, it was still a legendary save.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good race. I played with Reba in the beginning, and I noticed I was ahead after CCM, and then from BBH to like Wedger World, I played like pretty well, and I was always looking over, and like the lead wouldn't increase, so I was like, oh no.
Yeah, Cheesy
And
was
obviously
clawing
the
back for a
TDC
while.
stuff happened, but yeah, luckily the race was really good. I'm pretty happy with the race. It could have definitely been a 49, but I mean that's gonna happen in Tippy.
True. All right, well, I think it was a great one. Unfortunately, you know, the couple mistakes plaguing CheesyLeech didn't lead to quite the nail biter that we had in the Division S match, but I think it was still a really solid match, and appreciate both of you, of course, coming out, putting in the time to put up the race, and yeah, thank you, Tara, also for joining me in the booth. I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, it was my first time, and it was hopefully not my last time. It was a lot of fun.
Epic. All right, well, anybody got any final shout-outs? Any epic sponsor plugs?
Yeah. Shout outs to YouTube Cool Cat Gang for putting this shit
Heck
on.
yeah. Alright, well, we are going to sign off for the day. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and supporting the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It is free on YouTube, believe it or not. And we will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. UTC. New schedule also dropping tonight, so keep an eye on the Discord and Twitter if you don't already follow there. And we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much for playing my game.